This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. On the visitor sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. These guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. It'll be a hot one, and off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
On second down, it's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's going to have the Pats first down. They wind up getting 4 on that 4th and 1.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. We'll go right back to Stevenson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and For this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, sixth season as the Dolphins quarterback.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 5. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Tua. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to South Florida after this. So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the second time. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. You know, quarterbacks, coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organization.
Absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
First and 10 now from the 36. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. Now Tua taps it forward. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
From the gun, here's Tua. A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons, the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And a nice return here as well. Takes it up to the 45-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their 1st round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
It's a gain of 8.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again is May. That's complete to Diggs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. New England going to take their second timeout. They'll stop the clock, 24 seconds to go until halftime. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's May again. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. May going to hustle them up to the line.
A gain of 9 brings up
back to the air one more time.
at the 7.
That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll be 3rd down. May to the air once more. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Pats will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's Jordan Love. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Packers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Cleveland Browns. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. The Ravens, trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss, they lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. At the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5,
over the flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. Once the guard's able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 29-yard line.
Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Hill. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
and it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
26 yards.
A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6. And as we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's another Patriots first down.
May to throw again. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Now they are in business. inside the 15-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is May. There's a short one to Hooper. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
Patriots, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Stevenson.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. No movement from the kicking team to break this tie. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is up and through, and the Patriots take a 10-3 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
44. Ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Has an opening. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Miami. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? To return, it's Antonio Gibson. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Throwing now is May. And that ball incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. Here's 1st and 10. To throw now, May. Airing one out for Bourne. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Fitzpatrick multiple times All-Pro in his safety spot to record the sack. On 3rd and long, here's May. He'll get this to Hooper, left side. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May, who else another catch for his favorite target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Pats go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Dolphins 10.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Go ahead.
Off play action, it's Tua. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Ready. 22.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Rolling to the left.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go again here with Stevenson.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now May. Open man there. It is Ward. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Stevenson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots move out to a 24-10 lead.
Dolphins 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's Tua and the Dolphins. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:01 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 6 coming up. From the gun, here's Tua. That one out wide to A-Check. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock.
Dolphins first down.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. Now a screen set up for A-Check. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Down back at the 31.
Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tungo Vailoa. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Again, it's Tua. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, get set.
They snap it to Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Like, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. There he goes, inside the 30. Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
It's a gain of 42 yards. That's good for a Patriots.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Here goes front.
Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Here goes front. Hey, what's up?
They'll try and run. And here's Stevenson. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.